Hi, teachers. Welcome back. Good morning. Thank you very much for having attending today. We're going to reinforce what we've been learning so far. Today we are with David once more, that is willing to share all his knowledge and, of course, answer any questions you may have. Remember that at the end of the webinar, well, 15 minutes before, I'll be sending a link with the pin so you can register your attendance. So David, welcome back once more. I'm really happy to have you here. You always been helping CBA La Paz and sharing all your knowledge and your experience. How are you today, David?
I am great. Thank you, Cynthia. I am very happy to be here again, and as to share no information to or some techniques to our teachers from CBA La Paz. Okay, so thank you again.
You're very welcome. So, for those people that are new and that they haven't connected yesterday in order to attend David's conference, I'm going to, I want you or the audience to know something about him. David Perez Avila has been working as an English teacher at Centro Boliviano Americano in Tarija for 8 years. 1 year as a university professor on business subjects, and another year more working as academia Pearson tutor. He has a bachelor's degree in commercial engineering, a pedagogical theory and practice diploma, and a post degree in marketing plan elaboration and evaluation. David was given support in graduation projects and theses. He also worked as marketing coordinator at the CBA Tarija in 2016 and as an access teacher in 2017. David is a teacher trainer from Tarija, participating as a presenter in academic conferences in CBA La Paz twice in 2018 and 2019, and as an attendee in many seminars around and MOOCs. Oh, MOOCs, yes. He participated in many business conferences at Católica and Dominican Savio University. Nowadays, David is doing his thesis for a master degree in marketing at UPB La Paz. One more time, David, welcome and thank you very much for being here. So we
Thank
can start.
Yes, let's start. Okay, dear teachers, colleagues, good morning. I hope you're well. It's a pleasure to be here again, sharing my experience and some tools that will be useful for you. We will go. Sorry, I will share my screen if it's not. Okay, now it's done.
There you
As
are.
you can see on my screen, dear colleagues, I will present some tools. Okay, this workshop presents two tech apps that will help to organize and to develop our classes. Okay, maybe you can use these tools on our presential classes too when we come back in the future. Okay, so both cases are very nice. Nowadays, it's very important to be in touch with technology because, as you know, we have students in the Generation Z where they need some tech tools to be in contact with the subject that we are teaching. Okay, as you know, they use a lot of Facebook, WhatsApp, TikToks, Instagram, and many other social networks. Okay, so we have to be at this tech level. Now, so we have to be prepared for this challenge. So in that way, I will present Mentimeter as a brainstorming, icebreaker, and feedback tool. When we are going to present as a brainstorming and icebreaker tool, sorry, we are present in that way at the beginning of the class and as a feedback tool at the end of the class. Okay, so it's really important to know that the how I want to focus this application. Introduction tech method. Why is so important to make an icebreaker? I have this question for you. Please, if you have any comment, please leave your comment on the comment bar. Why is so important to make an icebreaker?
Let's wait for the audience to answer the question. So, why is important to make icebreakers? What do you think? Well, in my case, David, let me tell you that I love making icebreakers in my class. The first day of classes is just to bond with students so they get to know you better and you get to know them better. And well, the rapport with students improves with time, right? But an icebreaker is always very important.
That's right. And especially when we have kind of new classes, new groups of
Correct.
students. And as you know, every day when we start our classes, we have a kind of cold environment, no? And we have to try to break this line in order to have confidence from our students. Okay, so
Exactly. One teacher says that it's important to set the mood in the class.
okay, yes, for sure. Thank you for participating.
We have teacher Rocio Lopez as well. She said that icebreakers are important to build confidence.
Yes, that's the thing I said. Thank you very much. We have the same opinions as well. So, I have three important points for this. We have to use an icebreaker or Mentimeter in this case to organize our class first, to break the lines between a student and a student teachers, and we have to make some confidence, as one colleague said before. Thank you. Now, I will start with the second question. I will ask to the audience, when and how often do you promote these kind of activities? When
When and how often do you promote this kind of
activity?
activities? I guess it's important to do it very often, right, David?
Yes, that's right.
Or as long as we have time during lesson through lesson, probably we can have icebreakers
Yes,
in the
I am suggesting this workshop to use every day. Why? Because Mentimeter is a simple app where you can spend only 5 minutes at the beginning and 5 minutes at the end, so no more. And how often or when? So I said at the beginning of the class, okay, to create kind of an icebreaker or brainstorming exercise at the end of the class, and when you start a new group of students. But maybe you can apply this with the same group every day. It doesn't matter. I suggest you, but it's on you if you want to take this advice. Okay. So
Oh,
I will.
yes, teacher Denny, sorry, David, teacher Denny Lara says we can use this as much as possible. Then we have our teacher Luis Pierola. He says almost every day. And well, we have here our teacher Johnny that says that it is very important, yes, that we should have these activities very often. Yes?
Often, yes. So I suggest every day, as you said. Thank you. Thank you very much for your participation. I will go with some elements that you have to know in order to apply Mentimeter or another tool for the beginning or at the end of the class. So this special and important tool is focused to these difficult times in order to inspire confidence, as you said, and develop our classes environment. You have 5 elements that you have to follow. It's the simple tasks. You have to give simple questions, okay, in order to spend only 5 minutes. You have to give very fun questions, okay, like I don't know, what kind of music do you like, talking about their preferences, or different topics that they interest. Engaging, okay, in engaging, maybe we can talk about something like fun, because if you make something fun you will engage students, so it's really important to engage students with your questions or comments. Not threatening. Be careful to ask some offensive questions. I know that you know, because we are great teachers, but it's not for nothing to tell you this, okay? So taking account, sometimes when you have a lot of confidence with some student, maybe you can ask some other kind of question. And free, you have to feel free, and you have to let the students feel free, okay, during the activity. Now we will go Mentimeter, inductive and innovative way to improve first relationship on our virtual classrooms. As I said, the first one was simple task. Give the students easy and quick tasks, okay, during the session, the first session, or maybe if you apply as a feedback tool at the end of the class, a quick session of activity. Try to ask interesting questions depending the level, okay? This is in the case of fun. Depending on the level, you ask interesting questions, sorry. And engage, you have to motivate and let your students feel take motivated. In the case of not threatening, don't make your students feel afraid or disgusting. Okay, it's very important. And the last one, give your students freedom on their opinions, especially when they do the brainstorming exercise. Okay, so now we go to the practice. I will explain how to use this beautiful and nice application. Okay, so what do you have to do on in the Google slide? You have to put or type Mentimeter. Okay, and you have to click. You have many options here. The first Mentimeter interactive presentation software. I suggest you that you have to go to login. Okay, because if you don't have an account and if you go to login, you can create in that way. So maybe you have login with Facebook or login with Google. I suggest you to log with Google because you will receive a lot of comments and updates about the platform. Okay, so log in with Google and you have to choose your account. I will choose my first account, sorry, and we will go to the main platform of this. I explain. On my left side, I have my presentations. This is the main slide. Inspiration. In inspiration, you can see many other examples to take in account. If you want to choose one of them, you can. Okay, so you have some suggestions for you and to inspire your slides. Here you have branding and colors. Here you have maybe can find some explanation about how you can create some things for your presentation, but I will explain. Okay. So in the main platform, you have new presentations, a new folder. If you want to create a new folder, it's in order to organize your presentation you created before. And if you create a new presentation, you will go with one and a new. Okay, so I will put adults, I don't know, 3. Okay, I'm creating any. And you go to the first part. Here you have on my left side, you have a white slide. Okay, now if you want to add content to this slide, you have to go to the right side and you have type. It's very important, teachers, to know that this application or this platform, you have two versions. You have the free version and you have the payment version. If you use the free version, you will have some limit, but it's enough. It's enough for us. But if you use the payment version, you will have more. But it's not necessary. I suggest you to use the free version. That it's enough for the thing I want you to apply. Okay, so the type on type, you have popular question types, multiple choice, word cloud, open-ended, skills, ranking, and question. So these 6 that you have on popular question types, I suggest you to use as an icebreaker exercise and as a brainstorming exercise. Okay. What happened with quiz competition? In this side, you have 2, the select answer and the type answer. Here, I suggest you to apply this in order to give some feedback of kind of quiz, easy quiz for your students in order to know how are they, if they paid attention for you. Okay, so it's an example to how to use that. Content slides. Here you have heading, photograph, bullets, image slide. Okay, maybe you can use these too. Here you have a image description. For example, you can stick an image and you can give them to explain what they see on the picture. An advanced question. In advanced question, I not suggest to use this because these advanced questions are more for university students when they study kind of business or administration subjects. Okay, in order to know how the companies are. So I not suggest in the case of language these last advanced questions. So now we will go. It's really important, colleagues. Popular question, you have the possibility to create twice, only 2 slides with popular question types. Now, if you choose quiz competition, you will create more than 5. Okay, I will explain. You have slide number 1 on the left side, and you create a word cloud, for example, and here you put, I don't know, one question, synonyms of beautiful. Okay, so you write synonyms of beautiful. Oh, sorry, I wrote incorrect way. Okay. So Synonyms of beautiful, and maybe you send and they will have the possibility to type some synonyms like nice, great, or handsome, cute, pretty, positive adjectives, no, in order to know. And after, when they finish the activity, when you finish the activity with them, you will have a kind of brainstorming, and you will give feedback to them if they had something wrong. Okay, this is in the case of this kind of exercise. In content, you can write the question and you have entries per participant, maybe 3 or maybe 1. I don't know. Add another slide, and here I will create ranking or an open-ended, I don't know, maybe I will choose ranking. Here is not kind of quiz, okay? Here you have ranking, I don't know, maybe you can ask a kind of question, a fun question like, I don't know, how often do you take a shower? And you in options put uh, twice a week, every day, once a month, maybe, I don't know, making some fun environment, yeah? So in this case, you don't have a correct answer. Maybe some students has more than the others and more in that on one option than others. So maybe you can use this as a open question, no? And I will add another slide. As you can see here, you have a message. You have reached the maximum number of questions for Mentimeter free. See pricing. So I don't need the payment version. I will go to quiz competition and I create slides, many slides. Look for quiz competition. I create another one. I will create another one. I have 3, and you create more. You can create more. Okay, so in number 3, for example, and the quiz competition, it's a kind of question where you evaluate, no? For example, here the question, maybe you can write, um, give an example of which one is a possessive adjective or possessive noun, I don't know. And you create the question here, and in options you put, I don't know, my, you create me, and you create I. What's the correct possessive adjective? My, no? So you choose with color green here next to the answer, that choosing that that's the correct answer. Okay, now other things that you can do, it's you can play music. You have these new options. Okay, choose the quiz music in order to create better environment for your students. You have here many options. Okay, and that's it in the case of how you can create easy platforms or easy slides for your students in order to make icebreakers, brainstorming exercises, and feedback tools. Now I want to practice with you, please. I will I will go to my home here, and I will play one that I prepared for adults fundamentals. Yeah, and we will play. Okay, I hope you participate now. Here I have one prepared. I have 2 open questions and 1, 2, 3 quiz competition questions. Okay, so I will play. What do you have to do? Students, how can students can log in? I will explain. So you have to go to a new slide, and only you have to type menti.com and enter, and you have the main platform for the students where the students can type the password or the code that the teacher will give. Okay, so here in the enter code, please enter code here, you have to type this code 2861, please. I will give you some minutes in order to participate. 2861. It's not necessary to write your names yet. Only type the password and click submit, and you will be, or you will appear on my screen. Okay. So type on the URL bar menti.com, and later you have to write the code and submit. Only this. I will wait some seconds, please. Okay, most of you answered the first leisure activities. Thank you. I didn't explain this. Leisure activities. So when you type the password, Later, you have the leisure activities. You have to type some leisure activities you practice, okay, on your free time. So try to write. I don't know. I have one here. Go by writing. Another, please. Reading. Very good. I will wait for others. Play video games. I have 3 participants during this activity. Swimming. Thank you for your participation. Thank you a lot. Sleep, eat, cook, and repeat. Very good. Nice. I have 5. I can wait for more. Maybe you can, maybe many students can be participating in this activity. I can have more than 30. Play cards with my children. Very good. Having fun. I will wait 5 seconds more. I have 7 participants, 8 now. Listening to music. Very good. Thank you.
David, sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. There is a question from one teacher that is asking Denny Lara, is it possible to participate from a cell phone or we have to work on a computer?
Yes, you can participate with the cell phone because, as you know, the teacher normally uses the computer and the student the smartphone. So on Google Chrome or on Safari on the cell phone, you type menti.com and you log into the main platform as I have in the on the computer. Okay,
Thank you.
go to the movies chat. Okay, I have 12. Thank you very much. I will pass to the next slide now. Look your phone screen. What do you do on weekends? What do you do on weekends? And here, as you can see, and I added a gift or an image. I will explain how to add a gift or image. I didn't explain this part, sorry. But participate, please answer now. What do you do on weekends? Now, as you can see, you cannot see the answers on my screen. If you press the key S, will appear, okay? But I don't have answers yet. Please, if you can. Okay, now sleep a lot. I usually spend time with my family. I do the laundry. Thank you. Now it's appearing. I keep on working. Relax, cook, and stay at home with the kids. Go shopping. Okay. I usually watch movies, sleep. I cook. Thank you. I have 9, 10. Sleep late. Well, not when I have Saturday classes. I watch movies. Thank you for your participation, dear colleagues. Now I have 11. Okay, I will pass to the next in order to go faster. The next question is, you have to write your name first of all, okay? So type your names and you have here your emojis, okay? Each student or each participant will be identified with any emoji, okay? It's in a random way. You cannot choose emoji, but you have funny emojis. Here you have, I don't know, a bird, hamburger, a robot, a ball, okay? Some footsteps, a cat, a loving cat. Okay, an 8 ball. I have 3, 9, 10, 14. Okay, so I will start the quiz. I needed your names because we are going to start a quiz competition. So I start. I press enter and we go to the first question. The first question is, which one is a weekend day? Choose the best answer. I know that you know, but answer. Friday, Saturday, or Monday? Which one is a weekend day? Okay, Saturday. Thank you. Saturday I had 10 answers in the correct form, and on Friday one wrote. Okay, I have the leaderboard. The leaderboard, yeah, it's one slim slide that you have um, behind one slide of quiz competition. Okay, you have under the quiz competition, and here you can see who answered correctly. Okay, who answered correctly. For example, Ali, as yesterday, he's winning. Okay, thank you. It's the same. Go to the next question. How often does Anne work? Please, you have 3 options. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I have the answers. Time's up, and I have 8 who said twice a month and 3 a month. It's incorrect 3 a month, no, because it's 3 times a month. Twice a month is correct. Thank you, and we go to the leaderboard again, and we can see that Ali is on the first position. Very good, Ali, as a second time. Cynthia is second, Lawrence third. Okay, and the last question, please. I have an emoji here in this question. Choose the correct sentence, okay? You have 3. She have a sweater, she has 3 sodas, and she has 3 cans of soda. 3, 2, 1. She has 3 cans of soda because you have to use the container, no? So I have 7 correct answers. The others didn't participate in this. I don't know, maybe could be the internet connection sometimes, so don't worry. And we have the results. The final results, I have that Cynthia won this activity. Cynthia, I owe you 1 wine from Tarija. Okay, tell me if you want Aranjuez or Colbert. Thank you. Thank you for your participation to all of the teachers and colleagues. Now, to finish this part of Mentimeter, sorry, I will explain about the leaderboard. On my left side, you have the leaderboard. Here is the question. This is the third question, and here you have a leaderboard in order to see the participation of your students or participants, no? And how you can add a gift or something like this. So you go to the question, and in content, you have your question. The question is which one is a weekend day, and you have to choose image library or gift. Okay, and here you can see many options. Maybe you have SpongeBob, you have the other characters of SpongeBob, sorry, and different kind of animals. I don't know, funny gifts. Okay, so that is where you can add gifts. I don't know if you have any questions, dear colleagues. I finished with this presentation about Mentimeter. I will wait for your comments or questions in order to continue with my next tech tool.
Well, so far, David, there are no questions, just comments. So for example, Angel said that it is a very good tool for interaction. So I agree. But there are no further questions.
Okay, so I will. Thank you. I will go with Class Dojo. As you know, I presented this twice before. I decided to present it again because the application has an updated way to interact with the students, and you have simple things that are very different. Yeah. Um,
Sorry to interrupt one more time. There is a question from Edmundo. It says, is it possible for me to see the name of the student who wrote the answer to avoid embarrassing moments?
where if in the leaderboard on the leaderboard you will see the names, but what happened on the in those kind of questions, on the questions of popular types, here for example, you cannot see, no, but maybe you can ask to your students to write their names before the answer. Okay, maybe I don't know, Rene 2 points go bike riding, so it's his answer. Maybe you can tell your students to do that.
Thank you.
Now I want to start Class Dojo with this phrase. I like it a lot. The technology you use impresses no one. The experience you create with it is everything. So I mean that it's not necessary to know how the platform, how the application works. Okay. The thing is that you have to create experience for your students, create nice environments, create a nice use of those tools. Okay, so create experience is really important when you use a tech tool on your classes, on your virtual classes, and others. Okay, so I will go with Class Dojo. As you know, Class Dojo is focused for kids and children. Okay, they can use this better than adults. Yeah, because we know that the adults normally use, sorry, Google Classroom, Canvas, okay, Moodle, and others. But Class Dojo, it's very interactive and very fun and colorful for kids. Okay. Introduction: how is technology affecting our class development? We can notice, as I said before, that the students are self-independent and they prefer to stay at home using their cell phone and wasting time on YouTube or Facebook. So we have to try to create a better virtual class environment. Yeah, and we will apply this. Next. However, students use cell phones in a bad way. Yeah, as I said, Facebook and YouTube maybe sometimes is a waste of time, depending how they use it. We have to engage our students by using tech tools with learning. Okay. What do? We as teachers, we have to connect our students with technology. We have to stimulate the students and have students' attention during the class. So in this case, I am proposing Class Dojo for you in order to increase the environment on our virtual classes for kids, children, and teenagers. Why use Class Dojo? It's an amazing app that is going to help us to organize our class and engage students. They are going to feel very motivated because they will have the possibility to see avatars on the screen on the virtual class, and they are going to feel kind of identified with the avatar. Maybe they can modify the avatar later and they can do whatever they want with their characters. You can be connected with their parents too. Okay, this is a nice option that we have now. In Class Dojo, you can find Class Dojo Toolkit, instant feedback, portfolios or stories, and SEL videos and activity. It's very important, the four most important parts of this platform. Here you have a Class Dojo Kit. I will explain on the practice, okay? The Class Dojo Kit. This is the toolkit, the feedback, how you can give positive and negative feedback to your students in order to give kind of punishment, to give kind of prize for them. So we will go to the practice. On Google, you have only to type Class Dojo. Yeah. The first option, classdojo.com. And here you are. Bring every family into your classroom. Sign up. Here in the case if you don't have an account. So you go to sign up and click on teacher. And here you have to complete with your information. Maybe Mr., Professor, Doctor, or I don't know if you're married or not. Okay, I'm joking. But your first name, last name, email, or password here in order to create a new account for you. Yeah, but I have already created an account, so I will go to login. I am a teacher, and I will type my mail. Okay, sorry, wait a moment, and my password that it's blah blah blah. Now we go to the main platform. This is the main platform here, as you can see on my right side. David Perez Avila, a teacher at Centro Boliviano Americano Tarija. I used those classes. I created those classes. If you want to create one class, you go here, create a new class, and here you write the name of the class, the grade, maybe preschool or first, second grade. It doesn't matter which one you will use because this is focused on English on different kind of levels. And sharing points. Share all the positive points with parents, or share all the points as negative and positive points that you are giving them during the virtual class. Maybe if you want to comment with this with parents, it's on you. But in the default form, you have share only positive in order to don't dismotivate your students, okay? Now, this is to create class. I have already created a class, Children 1.4. This is the last class I gave those times before. And I have the whole class has 36 points. I have Adriana, Andres, David, Juan, Leonel, and other students who are inside my class and they are participating. Yeah, so on Classroom, you have the possibility to see your students, okay? Now, we will go in the case of feedback, how you can give feedback. The only thing that you have to do is to click on the name and you have positive and each word negative kind of feedback. Yeah, how you can personalize this, you have to go to edit skills and you can create add a skill, and here you write, I don't know, maybe another positive feedback you will give your students in order to motivate. Maybe they help others or he helps others, I don't know, they help others. And points, maybe you will give 1, 2, 3, 4, or to 5 points. Yeah, but I have already created, when they are creative I give 3, when they work, do the homework, I give 2, when they work hard I give 1. Okay, when they speak English, because this is very important, all the time I am giving 3 points. Yeah. Now what happened in negative? Needs work. Here, as the same as positive, you can create new skills, negative skills. Yeah, go to needs work and add a skill, and here you add. Okay, I don't know, maybe a negative skill. I read it like bordered others when they eat in class or when they speak Spanish. As you know, it's really hard to control this thing. So -3 points. Okay, now if you play this, you said, for example, Juan has 0 points. I will give 3 points because he speaks Spanish all the time, +3. Okay, so this is in the case of feedback. Now I will go in the case of portfolios and stories. That is the other point that we have in this main platform. Here you have in portfolios, that is next to classroom, you can see all of the homework that they sent you before. Yeah, here you have, for example, we talked about the parts of home, uh, some clothes, we saw clothes, color of clothes, very good. So how you can assign an activity to your students. So you go to portfolios. On the left side, you have activities, create an activity. You click on create an activity and you write the title. I don't know. Tell me about your family. Instructions. Write sentences about your father and your mother. Maybe they can respond for you as a text, as a video, as a photo, as a drawing, or maybe as a worksheet, but it's not available yet because we are waiting a new updating Class Dojo platform. Okay, so maybe you have 4. You can choose whatever you want. Maybe drawing, and they will type with their fingers. Maybe it's a nice way to tell them to do a homework. So this is how you create activities. Here I created others, for example, the activity assigned about drawings, and they presented at home, they presented some drawings about home. So maybe here you can approve, you can pending approval or not yet submitted. I have 3 approved, 3 pending approval, no, I didn't checked, sorry, and 2 yet submitted. So this is in the case of portfolios. If we go to class story, we have the possibility to send some messages to your students in order to remind them if they have some homework or some tasks to do. And message is another, in this site, sorry, you have the possibility to send some message to their parents in order to let them know that how they are going during the class. Okay, for example, Adriana Aguilera's parent. I don't have the parents inside the platform because it's quite a difficult thing, because we know that many parents don't know how to use the technology. Yeah, but if we have, you have to invite the parent here, invite Adriana's parent to class, invite parent, and here you have to type the email or his or her phone number, maybe, and invite. And the application will send them an email to login. Okay, only they have to create the same an account with their Google account, or maybe to the phone number. Okay, not WhatsApp, the phone number. And that's it with parents. Now we will go to the tools you have in order to use during your classes. You have the toolkit. I don't know why here it's appearing in Spanish because the main platform is in English, but I will explain. The timer, where you can control the time. Okay, you can give, I don't know, 15 seconds to do a task when you are teaching, when you are asking something. A random form, and maybe you use this when you want to let them participate in, and every child say me. So in this case, you can choose here, and it's in a random form. For example, the question will answered by Marianne. Okay, other, pick again, and you will choose other in a random form in order to not create bad environment there. um, Here, the group maker, you can make groups of 2, 3, or 4, maybe groups of 2, and maybe Sophia will do with the teacher the activity. I have the noisy meter. The noisy meter here, you can measure, you can know how many how much noise you have on your class. Okay, maybe if you have talk a lot, the sensitive will rise up. Okay, instructions is the same of pair, a thing, pair, and share. Here you can ask some questions to your students in order to give instructions. Maybe, I don't know, write an activity about home, or I don't know, draw your favorite room at home, and you have to add the item and will appear in a big form on your screen. And that's it, only to give instructions. And today, here is only to show them the what day is today, Friday, July 10th, 2020. And here, music. You can play some music for your students. Concentration or active soundtracks. No music, they are soundtracks. For example, in active, I will play, and it's sounding something active for them to work fast, maybe, and create better environment. And that's it. Uh, I have attendance here. You can call the attendance, but it's better if you use your own attendance in order to not create some kind of opinions of your students. But you can use here. You have, if you know how to use, I will explain. Also, I will explain. Adriana, Andres, David, for example, didn't, were absent in the class, so I will click on color red, and they are absent. Okay, and save the attendance, and they will be absent. Now, what happens if they arrive late? So you have to click one more, and you will have in color yellow, and you can see that Andres arrived late to our class. And you have to click on save attendance, and that's it. Okay. Next, to finish. Um,
David,
yes.
before you finish, I'm sorry to interrupt. There is a question here on the audience. It says Gonzalo Fortum asks, David, there is a common perception that portfolios are only for young learners. Would you advise its use for young adults and adults, maybe using a different tool?
Um, I applied this. I applied this class dojo for adults, and it worked. It worked because it's kind of remind, their childhood. But in order to suggest you another tool to teach adults, maybe we can use a Canvas, no, or Google Classroom to teach others. But if you want to apply and if you want to try class dojo for adults, it could work. It could work. Okay.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much.
So now I have to go to a student's login. I will explain how you can get your students inside the virtual class. So what you have to do, the students have to download the application on their cell phones, okay? And later they have to scan a QR code. Now, what's different now with this updated version of Class Dojo is that when you go to a student login here, you have classroom login show class instruction. This is a QR code when all the participants or all the students are in the presential class. Now, what happened when we work at home as virtual classes? They are at home and show home instructions. Here you have different QR codes for them. Yeah, you have a different QR code for each student. So get the printout, and here you can separate. Yeah, you download this to your computer, and you can send, for example, here, Adriana Aguilera's login poster. You send this poster to Adriana, and Adriana has to scan. It's very, very simple, the platform for children. They only have to see what they have to do and the options. If the teacher asks it to do as a drawing, as a photo, or as a typing way, that's it, only that. And other thing that the child can do is to personalize the avatar, and that's it. Okay, so this is the way to let students be in our virtual class. Okay, so after, when you assign on portfolios the tasks, your children or your kids, your students will answer on their cell phones. Okay, it's kind of notification they will have on the main platform from cell phones for their cell phone, and they will answer there. Yeah, and invite parents. Here you have next to student login. Here is the same as I explained it before. Adriana Aguilera's parent. Here you have to type the phone number or the email of her parent, sorry, and you have to invite him. Okay? You can send a message. I don't know. Maybe if you want to use WhatsApp, it's correct in order to if their parents don't know much technology. Okay? And that's it about Class Dojo. I don't know if you have any questions. In order to your questions, if you have, I will send you a manual, okay, a manual about the steps that you have to follow for the two apps, okay? So this is a workshop summary where you have the steps that you have to follow in order to create the platform, in order to prepare the platform, in order to create the slides for Mentimeter, or in order to create new accounts for the students in Class Dojo, okay? So what do you have to do? On Mentimeter, how to get the platform, here you have the explanation, how to create a presentation. Here you have some screenshots in order to know where you have to go. What kind of presentations can we do? Popular question types, quiz competition, and content slides. I said that popular question is better if you want to create a brainstorming exercise or kind of icebreaker exercise, because you not evaluate. But in quiz competition, yes. And content slides, yes, maybe kind of description of something. How can students log in to the presentation? They only have to type the URL on the URL bar menti.com as you did, and they have only to type the password later. And what about with Class Dojo? Here you have the most important tools that Class Dojo has. Here you have how can students be added. Now, this is one thing that I forgot. When you give the QR code, before you give the QR code to your students, the thing that you have to do here is at the last of your students, for example, Sophia is the last, you have to add a student. You have to click on there, and here you have to write the name. Maybe Anna Mendez. I will invent. Yeah, Anna Mendez. Add Anna Mendez, and you have a random avatar for her, and you have to create. And you have the name of this student. I don't know, maybe this is Anna, no? So you have Anna here in order to let them participate in the class. Now, when you create the avatar on your virtual class, after you have to give the QR code and go to student login, Ana Mendez, you have Ana Mendez, and you have to send the QR code. So to send the QR code at login home and get printouts, and here you have to search her name, no? Ana Aguilera's. Here I have Benitez. Ana Mendez is for here. Ana Mendez login poster. Yes, and you have to send this poster or this QR code to her in order to add the class to the class. And I will go to the next step here on the presentation manual that I will give you as a gift. This. How can students be registered in the class? Sorry. A student sign-in method, classroom login. This is the last we used it before. And the new one is at home login, when you have different QR codes for each student. Okay. Tools, a toolkit here. A toolkit, the attendance, the select multiple is something that you have inside the toolkit. The random is something you have inside the toolkit, and the timer, something inside the toolkit. Now, big ideas. Big ideas here with color red, you have, you click there and you have some videos about Class Dojo characters in order to create more knowledge of vocabulary for them. Now, it's very important to apply big ideas only for students who are in high levels of children, because you have a lot of vocabulary there. Yeah, so you can click on big ideas and you will have many videos there. Yeah, for time I will not present the videos. Feedback, you have here some examples. You can follow my examples to create kind of positive or negative feedback. Portfolios, here on the left side you have how you can create an activity. You have this part, no, and the posts for create activities, and video and activities exercises. This is what you have on the big ideas. On big ideas you will find these videos, kind of videos, and you have more. And that's it. I finished my presentation. I hope you like it, you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to share tools in this conference. Thank you very much.
No, thanks to you, David. Thank you very much for having presenting today two wonderful tools that probably we're going to be using in our next bimester. I know I will, and I would like to hear from you in the future. You know that CBA La Paz has always been has always welcomed you to present and be here, and we are very thankful for your presence today. And on behalf of the CBA, because you have given us your time and your knowledge and you have shared your experience with us, we would like to give you just a small recognition, but it's very important for us because you have given your experience and your time. So this is for you, David.
Thank you very much. I am really
It's a
grateful.
certificate of appreciation.
As thank you, Cynthia. Thank you all CBA staff to let me be here and be part of this huge event. As I said before, thank you, thank you. Now, as you know, on the presentation that I will send you, or Cynthia will send you to your colleagues, you have the my phone number or my mails in order to type me with confidence and ask some questions if you have. If you can't do something, please tell me. Thank you very much, Cynthia. It was a pleasure.
Thanks to you, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you very much, teachers, for participating. Keep tuned because we have a new seminar coming on right
Okay.
away. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
See you soon. Take care.